Motorsports of KC, circle track, street, or drag strip, or if you want to go off-roading, they've got that special equipment you need to be faster, better looking, and safer. Located in Kansas City, Kansas at 6285 State Avenue. Come on in and see Brad, Barry, or Bobby for that special speed or custom item. Motorsports of KC is glad to sponsor the Racer of the Week. Let's check with Mike Kraft and see who that racer for this week will be.
Well, here we are with the Racer of the Week for Week 5, Travis Patch. Travis, where are you from?
I'm from Holton, Kansas.
And how far is that from Mayetta here?
About 15 miles, pretty close.
Yeah. So you've raced around the Topeka area for quite a while now.
Quite a while.
Started over at the old Topeka track at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, back in '89.
And what class was that over there?
It was called Charger. It's kind of a street stock class.
Yeah. And then what'd you move into after that? Did they kind of progress?
They just progressed that class, and I stayed in that class. And the next year we went to like EC2 tires, and they were called late model sportsmen. And then run that class 2 years, and then I think I started in modifieds.
Went right into modifieds within, sounds like about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I think it was in '93.
Yeah. So you've been in the modified class now for quite a few years. Do you have any track championships anywhere?
Yeah, I've got 2 here. The year they were USRA sanctioned, I finished 3rd in them USRA national points, and 2nd down in Humboldt. That was a good year in 2005, I think.
And here we are at Humboldt tonight, and what can we expect here tonight? Kind of looks like the track might be drying out just a little bit already.
Hot Laps is kind of a wet slick possibly, and it's getting a little slicker, but the sun come out and it's kind of going to shape up to be a decent evening, I think.
Yeah. I know last week I didn't get to see it, but I think you had some kind of problems because I heard you won your heat race and qualified 4th through the A main, but dropped out.
Yeah, I dropped out toward the end, and I don't know, it was kind of a bad deal. And I suppose a lot was on, most of it was all on my part, I suppose. I think I got in the corner a little bit too low, and they had the track prepped real well, and it was pretty tacky, and I think I got in there a little low down in where it was a little bit greasy, where nobody had been running, and just turned it around.
That was it to come off the track. Did it hurt something, or did you just decide to heck with it?
No, I finished the race, but I mean, it's just, you know, I go back, and there was only, I don't know, 3 or 4 laps left maybe or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a long ways to go with 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah,
you're not going to make it, are you?
No, not at all.
Well, you're kind of fighting a dual thing here tonight. You're not only trying to figure out what's going on yourself, but is this your son over here now?
Yeah, he's starting to race this sport mod deal, so it's been kind of a challenge so far, but they'll get it.
Yeah. Does that add any pressure to you, though? I mean,
kinda, yeah. And I can see it's getting a little easier now. He's got a couple new kids helping him and stuff, and they're learning and everything. Yeah. So it's kind of like Dad's got to kind of be a babysitter, plus try to work on his own stuff. But it's getting a little better.
I was going to say it has to be a little bit frustrating because, like, you're probably fighting a few problems of your own trying to get the car right, but you're also trying to help him too.
Yeah, and it's different, you know, because it's always been just work on my own car, my own shop, just concentrate on my own stuff, and now I kind of back and forth, but it's been fun so far.
Okay, Travis, we're going to follow you around here tonight, see kind of what goes on. We'll talk to you after the heat race.
Okay.
And see how the car did and what changes you're going to make, but we'll check back in with you later. Man, have some fun out there.
Okay, thanks, appreciate it.
Not working?
1116, yeah.
Right along with Travis here as he starts inside second row as we get a false start here for the heat race. Travis, from his third starting position, will fall back to fifth place before right at the end of the race he starts working his way back up to third spot, and that's where he'll qualify for the A main in third.
That is.
All right. Travis, third place finish in that heat race. Looked like the first part of the race there, maybe you might have been searching for a little faster place on the track because you kind of picked a spot about 3 car widths up off the bottom, and then later on I think you changed it a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a little bit, especially down here in 1 and 2. I was kind of middle to a little below the center, and that was really slick. I think I started going there a little bit lower. It wasn't much to get a hold of down this end. Then down here on 3 and 4 there was some moisture just below the center of the track, and that's where I probably made up most of my ground back up, I think.
I was gonna say, looked like really the track, quite a few lines out there. I seen Herbers was, I think, running up around the top, and another guy, but you were in the middle, and there were some guys down around the bottom. So you think that's going to hold on for the feature now?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It'd probably be about all over the place, I'm thinking. Finding the right place to be will be the deal.
I guess that's why we call it racing. You got to go out there. Hopefully, get the car halfway prepared, and then find them places to run it.
I hope so.
Is it a lot of time matching up your setup for trying to find a place on the track to run it?
Oh, I think, this track's big enough. I think you could almost, if he was going to commit to the very top or the very bottom, I think he almost run 2 different setups.
Yeah.
But it don't work that way.
You got to pick one, don't you?
Yeah, I'll pick one and hope it works on both.
Okay, now I noticed more of the guys are under the back end here really doing a lot of work. Are you changing some bars, or what are you going to do back there?
I'm just making a J-bar adjustment, I think is all I'm going to do, and top her off with fuel and go.
And that's it? Not going to have to scuff any tires or anything?
I got them already done before I got here. I run some old tires in the heat race, and I put my feature tires on, so I do that at home before I come.
Oh, okay. That's a good deal. Got somebody to take care of that for you?
Yeah, the heat race ain't such a bit. Well, the heat race is a big deal, but I mean, you got to run, I think, in the top 4 to get your starting spot in the A, so no need in running super good ones, I guess.
Let me ask you this also. You like running this IMCA deal? I mean, is it good for the racer, good for the track? I mean, do you like it? I guess is the question I want to ask.
I'm getting used to it, I guess. We was open for so many years, it's kind of hard to go back, There's some things good about IMCA, I guess, and then there's a couple things I don't like about it, but I guess this close to home, you've got to do what you got to do. So I think it's a competitive thing, and I don't know, I'm beginning to think that as time goes on, there's going to be more and more of these tracks probably having to go that way, I really think, with expense and stuff.
I was going to say, as expensive as it's getting, they're going to have to do something to start controlling costs, and it does seem like IMCA's got a little bit of a handle on it.
I think they do, and I think that's where it's going to come into play probably might start seeing more of this type of stuff next year, I don't know.
Yeah. A couple more questions. I wanted to know what kind of chassis you're running and who's making the power.
It's a Belleville Motorsports frame, and then Steve Hageman there, the snap-on coat done my motors ever since I started racing.
Where's Steve out of?
He's up here at Mayetta.
Mayetta, so if these boys want to hunt down some horsepower,
it's close.
Come to the casino and you can grab some horsepower while you're there, huh?
That's right.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the A-Main. I don't know if you know where you're starting yet, whether you've seen the lineup, but...
I don't know yet.
Third place, what was there, 3 heats, so you're probably going to be 6th, 8th, 9th, something in there.
No, I should be farther up than that. I'm thinking 2nd or 3rd row because they go off your point average.
Oh, okay.
I had a bad week last week, and I'm guessing maybe 2nd row.
Okay, all right.
We'll see.
So, all right, 2nd row, what's your plans? I mean, is there anything going through your brain yet, or is it one of those deals till you wait till you get out there?
Probably wait till you get out there, but when that time rolls around, I don't know, there just might be a lot of passing going on, so it'll be just keep your nose clean and see what happens, I guess.
Now, I think I heard you give that boy some advice like that earlier.
He gets to start in the back, so I guess that'll be good for him to just get some laps in, maybe.
Yeah.
I think he might come down here one day this week and we'll work on a little bit and see what we can figure out for him.
Well, okay, all I can tell you is go out there and have some fun, Travis. It's been a pleasure here talking to you tonight and watching your crew work on the car, and have some fun in that A-Main, man.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Maybe we'll be talking in the winter circle.
All right, thanks.
Well, Travis, I want to present you with a $50 gift certificate from Motorsports of KC for being Racer of the Week for Week 5.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Understand you know Brad and the boys down there a little bit?
Yeah, I buy stuff from off and on, yeah.
Well, okay, that $50 come in pretty good then, all right?
You bet. Thanks.
Down the back back straightaway. Jordan Grabowski will lead him into turn 3. Grabowski with a half a straightaway lead over the 3 of Binninger now as the field starts to stretch out. White flag next time by. 2 laps remaining here in tonight's A main. Out front the 30 of Jordan Grabowski. White flag will wave this time by. Grabowski brings the field down the front straightaway. Battle for third. The 14 of Travis Patch will get around the 19 of PJ Concord. As we go down the back straightaway for the final time. Whoa, look out. We got contact over in turn 2. Both cars will keep moving. That's John Charles, the 19, and the 81.
Starting 5th on the grid, Travis would fall back as far as 7th or 8th, but then make it back up to the 3rd finishing spot in the A main for the IMCA Modifieds at Thunder Hill Speedway on Saturday night.